what is your most memorable experience that is related to media innovation?
Oh, yeah. Well, I think the most memorable experience that I've had as a, that's related to media, aside from, I wanted to just touch on the whole thing about media and the mainstream media or whatever. Another point before I get on to that subject is, if you like, I lucked out with a company once, when I was trying to pitch to, them to the media. Financial Times did an article on privacy and Facebook and how Facebook was getting into so much trouble back then, whatever. A lot of people wanted Facebook to leave. So the company that I was working for happened to be like a replacement, or, they were going up against Facebook, right? So instead of saying, here's my company, I'm so great, I said, well, you did a story on that. How about I give you an example of a company that's going up against Facebook, and here's why, whatever. So become part of another story, become a little part of a bigger story and work from there. But anyway, sorry. And to answer your question about what was my most memorable experience, okay, this is a story about when I first started out. I was 19 years old. My father was diagnosed with Alzheimer's disease at a very early age, and I decided to tackle a 2,150-mile trail called the Appalachian Trail to raise money for the cause. So being 19 years old, I had no idea how to make my story come alive or how to get attention so that I could raise money for this cause. So I did what I knew how to do, and that was walk. And I went door to door to door to door. And I said, and I knocked on the doors and I said, will you, would you support me, and, money per mile, whatever. And, I needed eyes and ears. I needed a way to tell my story. So that's what I did. And I got a couple of hits, whatever. And then I just kept at it. And I finally I called into a radio show, and the guy at the other end of the phone took my story, thought it was interesting, and invited me to call in every week from the trail to help to give people the story and to tell people what I was doing. And so, long story short, I raised some money. But I guess the moral of the story is that, that was media relations at 19 years old. And that's what people need to do. They need to start small, start local, do what they know best, knock on doors, start with one person at a time, and don't give up. And one day you might get noticed, So anyway, that's my most memorable story.